This is my candidate, and I'm voting for him.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure. Thank you all.
Our next congressman.
Thank you.
From Crawford County.
Well, folks,
You should have been our last governor.
I do appreciate all of the efforts that you've made lobbying here today. I know a lot of you are out prowling the halls of the state capitol, and I want to thank you for everything that you've done. The Minutemen have become our nation's neighborhood watch. And I want to commend all of the law-abiding, concerned Americans who have volunteered their own time and their own resources at enormous personal risk in order to assist the Border Patrol by peacefully reporting illegal incursions of our border. And I also want to thank all of you who have come here to the Capitol today, who are out visiting offices right now, to press home the point that we want our nation's immigration laws enforced. Our nation was built upon legal immigration, the orderly process by which immigrants come to our country to become Americans. They acquire a common language, a common culture, and a common appreciation of American legal traditions and American constitutional principles. Illegal immigration undermines that process of legal immigration that makes our nation of immigrants possible in the first place. And we should never forget that there are hundreds of thousands of legal immigrants who right now are obeying our laws, waiting in line, doing everything our country's asked of them to do, while millions of illegal immigrants cut in line in front of them, and that's just not right. Last year, we we defeated the amnesty bill in Congress that would have legalized and legitimized the presence of up to 20 million illegal aliens within our borders. It would have excused them from obeying the same laws as every legal immigrant who's respected our nation's sovereignty. We fought the leadership of both parties in the Congress, and we prevailed. And now is the time to press for enforcement of our existing laws. And by the way, there's nothing radical about doing so. Every other country in the world has immigration laws. The only difference is every other country in the world actually enforces them. The supporters of last year's amnesty bill have never explained what exactly is wrong with our current immigration laws, except that they're not being enforced. Indeed, I think a necessary prerequisite for any future immigration law is first to demonstrate a concerted determination to enforce our current immigration laws.
That's right.
And I think we can start by expediting completion of the 700 miles of border fence that Congress authorized a year ago and that the Bush administration's dawdled over ever since. According to Congressman Duncan Hunter, who co-authored the Secure Fence Act, just 10 miles of security fencing in San Diego dramatically reduced that county's crime rate. Can you imagine what 700 miles would do? Second, hundreds of armed incursions by Mexican military units in support of drug runners have been documented in recent years, and we need to beef up our military presence on the border. Even the limited deployment of a few hundred unarmed National Guard troops last year has significantly reduced the illegal border crossings in those sections that were patrolled. Third, this government's got to demonstrate a determined, sustained effort to deport those illegal aliens it actually encounters through law enforcement or social service agencies. No immigration law is going to be taken seriously if illegal aliens can receive government-funded benefits while the government cheerfully ignores the fact they're not legally entitled to be here in the first place. Fourth, sanctions against employers who knowingly hire illegal immigrants need to be just as rigorously enforced as all of our other labor laws. There's no excuse for those who would shortchange American citizens and legal immigrants in order to employ those who violate our nation's sovereignty. If our state and federal labor agencies can audit every scrap of employment minutia down to lunch and bathroom breaks, They certainly should be able to determine the legal residency requirements that were supposed to be the cornerstone of the 1986 Immigration Act. Fifth, we should cut off all aid to so-called sanctuary cities. Beginning with the city and county of San Francisco. A local government that actually works to undermine our nation's security and our nation's sovereignty has no claim on our nation's resources and support.
That's right.
Now, those modest steps toward enforcing existing law would not only stop the immediate demand on services that's overwhelming our public schools, our public hospitals, and our prisons. It would also produce the voluntary departure of that portion of the illegal population that's been drawn here by public handouts and by the underground economy. Citizenship should be reserved to those who actually obey our laws, starting with our immigration laws, as millions of legal immigrants are doing right now to fulfill their dream of becoming loyal Americans. And together, these steps, which require nothing more than the faithful enforcement of existing law, would preserve our nation as a melting pot for many future generations of legal immigrants from around the world who sincerely seek to become Americans and to secure the blessings of liberty to themselves and their posterity. Thank you all very much for the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
Thanks to McClintock.com for the photograph. And special thanks to